From the AM 980 News Center, this is FM96 News.
Good morning, I'm Sarah Burke. It'll be mostly sunny today. We'll see a high of 13 degrees later this afternoon. The organizers of SHAKEDOWN, the horror convention that was in London over the weekend, say that bylaw officers have targeted their event. The city received complaints about a scheduled appearance by porn star Joanna Angel. She was promoting her zombie stripper dance for VIP ticket holders on the Tucker and Tash show last week. And city bylaw officers said that if her dancing led to arousal, that would be a violation.
Yeah, you should have went on a different radio station, James, and promoted it where no one listens so that you wouldn't have the problem of everyone knowing.
Are you mad at us, James?
No, man.
It's not our fault.
I'm mad at the man.
All right. We'll talk about that more with James, who organized SHAKEDOWN in minutes here. Adult film star Joanna Angel was in the FM96 studios on Friday.
On Saturday night, I know there's like a after party show thing if you got a VIP ticket to SHAKEDOWN.
Okay.
And if you come to the show...
The London Music Hall, I understand, is where that's happening. So VIP access will get you a special appearance by you?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a little zombie stripper dance.
I love zombie
strippers. The best. And if you're a bylaw officer, what time should you show up to stop that from happening? James from Vagrancy Films organizes SHAKEDOWN. He is ticked off this morning. The London bylaw officers would not let the zombie stripper dance go ahead after hearing about it on FM96, the Tucker and Taz show. We will discuss with James coming up after AC/DC.
I'm going to be doing a little zombie stripper dance.
I love zombie
strippers. The best. That's porn star Joanna Angel, and it turns out that she was not going to be doing a zombie stripper dance because City of London bylaw officials tracked her down on Saturday night and made sure she kept her clothes on, all of them. And was the zombie thing offensive to the city bylaw officers as well, or is it just the possibility of skin, James?
Let's just rewind. It wasn't just Saturday night. The SWAT team showed up Friday night, 2 bylaw enforcement Friday night, more bylaw enforcement Saturday afternoon, 3 cops at the event, and 2 more bylaw officers at the actual dance. So, this is not your normal just we got a problem with stripper, we got a problem with SHAKEDOWN.
This is all about SHAKEDOWN, the horror underground film convention that was going on at Centennial Hall. There's supposed to be a VIP party featuring Joanna Angel doing a sexy zombie dance. James from Vagrancy Films, you've heard him on the show before. He joins us in the studio. He's one of the organizers of SHAKEDOWN, and he is ticked off this morning because you feel you were unfairly targeted by the London bylaw officers, James.
100%. Good old-fashioned shakedown.
There's fewer police officers that can show up to Hell's Angels events than SHAKEDOWN.
That's right.
They were all over you by the sounds of it.
Us. It started Wednesday afternoon. We started getting emails from the venue about the buzzing from law enforcement and City Hall over this.
What was the concern?
Joanna Angel, 100%.
They thought she was going to be performing sex acts on people or something?
Yes, they thought she was actually, one email was that she was going to do a porno shoot in Centennial Hall. One email was regarding she was going to be fully naked while signing autographs at an event which I have my own children run around at. So the whole thing is just beyond hilarious.
I stopped by SHAKEDOWN and I was talking to your daughter there.
Exactly. And you saw Joanna there, and was she wearing clothes?
She was definitely wearing clothes. You know what? I would say Joanna Angel was the least disturbing thing I saw at SHAKEDOWN on the weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what it comes down to is that there are bylaws in place here in the City of London that prevent people from doing sexy dancing of any kind at public places that aren't zoned for it. So if it's not Solid Gold or Beef Baron or whatever strip club we're talking about, you can't do any of this stuff.
That's right. And let's be clear, it doesn't mean that it's a nude dance. Anyone who's like even in a bra and panties who's dancing is still in violation of the bylaws. So if you're a rap band or a band that comes to the John Labatt Center and you have go-go dancers in stripper-type clothing and they're dancing, they are breaking the bylaw.
Well, Burke said earlier, if this is the bylaw and any dance that could cause sexual arousal is technically illegal,
then we got big problems on Richmond Row.
You could go into any bar on a Saturday night, any bar with a dance floor, and you could find people who are dancing in a way that could cause sexual arousal.
Yeah, that probably is a gray area because they're not hired by the club. But like if a band has a go-go dancer or these shows in London that have burlesque contests.
Hey man, I've worked in the bar scene, and there are some clubs that will hire sexy girls to be at the club and to hit the dance floor.
Exactly.
And you look at the adult entertainment zoning bylaw when it comes to live performance.
You got it there, Tucker?
Yeah, they say live performance shall mean any performance, exhibition, or activity designed to appeal to erotic or sexual appetites or inclinations. So if there's any sexual suggestion whatsoever, that's not allowed to happen, which in respect to the word nude, naked, topless, bottomless, sexy, or any other word or any picture, symbol, or representation having like meaning or implication. It just basically says go-go dancers, exotic dancers, table dancers, wet clothing contests, best body part contests.
Really?
All that stuff is not allowed to happen unless it's in a building that's zoned for that.
Best body part contest. I've hosted tons of those through my radio career.
And how many bylaw enforcement and SWAT officers did you have to deal with?
There was a couple. Had a few of them, but there's hot body contests that go on right downtown London that are quite predominant, right?
Exactly. And there's another hot body contest that features certain guys that rescue us when the building is burning as well.
The firefighters, the sexy firefighters.
And I don't see anything in that bylaw about city employees being exempt, or if the event is for charity that they're exempt of that bylaw.
And you guys did donate some money to charity that you raised through SHAKEDOWN?
Oh, that doesn't matter because we're a horror convention and we had a porn star there.
Yeah,
you donated $1,000 to Team Dunner for the MS Walk.
That's right.
Which we appreciate.
And
thank you for doing that.
Yes.
All right, so you don't want to start all of a sudden ratting out all these different people that are also breaking the bylaw. What you're saying is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and that they should be treating everybody the same way. And if that means amending the bylaw, then that's what should be done, or they should be enforcing it the same way for everybody.
Maybe get rid of it. It's 2012.
What exactly was Joanna Angel going to be doing on stage with this zombie stripper dance?
Joanna is an international adult performer. She had many options open to us. She would have done anything we wanted.
Right. What did you ask her to do?
We asked her. We had a professional makeup artist that was going to make her up to look like a zombie. She was going to have a combination of kind of scary and sexy makeup done with gashes and wounds and stuff with prosthetic makeup. And she was going to come out and just basically go dance in a bikini and thong. To a couple songs of her choice before the headlining band played. It's kind of a reward to the VIPs.
And the bylaw officers are standing there. They are making sure that nothing goes down. We posted a picture on the Facebook fan page, also FM96.com, Tucker and Taz blog, at Tucker and Taz on Twitter. It's Joanna Angel and what she decided to do instead of the zombie stripper dance. And I don't really understand how that was okay, because she's basically swallowing a beer bottle there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Why didn't you call it a zombie fashion show? Because, really, in the wording, that would have been probably a better way to go about it.
Perhaps that's why they went after you.
A theatrical show, because if there's something that's happening at the Grand Theater and it involves someone dressing up like a zombie and they happen to be dancing provocatively for the storyline of the production, I'm sure that would be allowed too.
And might I add that London has its own sex show, and I have seen a female wearing exactly what you just described, minus the gashes and wounds and scary makeup, at a
they
sex
get
show.
heat too at the sex show.
But they got charged for the same thing. They did like a sex type dance show and were charged because
They were charged,
because it was at the Western Fair District, the same place that's hosting the fireman striptease show. So
all right, the phone lines here are open 519-643-9696. We understand that after Joanna Angel appeared on our show and talked about doing this stripper dance, a number of complaints were lodged, and we're assuming it's people that were listening to Tucker and Taz, right, James?
The complaints definitely went up, but Centennial Hall management called me on Wednesday saying the complaints started coming in early the whole week of the event.
Okay, so what do you think of this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Give us a call, 519-643-9696. James from Vagrancy Films, you've heard him on our show before. He's also one of the organizers of SHAKEDOWN. Over the weekend, Joanna Angel, adult film star, wasn't allowed to do her zombie stripper dance at Music Hall because it's against London's bylaw. Now, a lot of other places break this same bylaw. James wants to see everyone treated equally, and he would prefer, by that equal treatment, it meant that he's allowed to do his zombie stripper dances.
Exactly.
Not that no one else is allowed to do anything sexy at their establishments, right?
This whole law is hokey dokey, man. There's
a lot of stupid bylaws, though. I know that, there's the sound bylaw for concerts. Could you have not just paid the fine and sucked it up? What would it have cost you to have her go through with it?
that it's not worth the trouble because I was putting the music hall in a bad situation. The Centennial Hall would have been all me, but this was in their building, and it's not fair to them to have them. They've had a little bit of some bumps too in the area, and it wasn't worth it to have.
Do you know what the fine is though?
Oh, they never said that. They just said she specifically said that there was another group that did a charity event. They hired the Chippendales and they successfully prosecuted them, and it was.
But you feel they're being selective when it comes to you and SHAKEDOWN.
Extremely selective.
Okay, let's go to the phones. Tucker, we got some calls lined up there.
Yeah, what do you think?
In my opinion, I think it's because she was a woman. If it's a man up there, it's okay. And I consider myself to be fairly, maybe a little bit liberal, but fairly conservative. But when you look on TV, there's commercials nowadays of women that are taking advantage of men, and it's okay. But if it was the other way around, then it wouldn't be okay.
So you think the fact that Joanna Angel wasn't able to dress up like the living dead and dance provocatively is sexist?
Absolutely, for sure. Have you ever seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
All right.
That's craziness. I love it, but it's... that's okay.
Well, we just got an email from a woman named Heather. She says she went to see Hair at the Grand Theater, and she said half of the cast of the production was almost naked the whole show.
Absolutely, for sure.
Okay, let's test this theory. Next year, SHAKEDOWN 3, male porn star doing a sexy zombie dance.
And it would be okay, I bet.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Hi, FM96.
Hi, this is Dagmar Hot Pants, and I want to talk about SHAKEDOWN.
All right.
Yeah, man, I thought it was an awesome time. I thought Joanna Angel was great. She was so polite, nice, wholesome Jewish girl. I thought she did a great job at the show. So I don't know why everyone's complaining. I thought she was amazing. She's really nice, and yeah, she's sexy. Show it off.
Thank you, Dagmar Hot Pants.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, wholesome if you spell wholesome with an H and not a W. She was a nice Jewish girl, but wholesome's not necessarily the word I would use to describe her.
I'm a wholesome Jewish girl.
All right, well, there's someone who sounds like they're ready for SHAKEDOWN 3. They want it to happen again. James, will SHAKEDOWN happen again in the city of London?
Well, my partner in Slime, he announced it into the microphone that there was going to be a number 3, but I'm just going to go. I got to just chill out for a bit.
Ask your wife first, maybe.
Ask my wife. Yeah, she's a very, 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 very patient woman that I love dearly.
If you want to comment on James and his situation, we have posted that picture of Joanna Angel doing what she could to please the crowd at the music hall on the Tucker and Taz blog at FM96.com, also the FM96 Facebook fan page, and follow us on Twitter at Tucker and Taz. James, thanks for coming in this morning, man.